responsible for what happened to the Sandy Hook families.
Yes, I killed the children.
But beyond that,
No, I mean, I went and that's...
What? This is wild already.
Was there a definitive
No, I killed them. I killed them.
And elementary school massacre, 26 dead, 27 dead now, 18 kids in Connecticut. When you got small children, this really gets to you. That's why the globalists use children's deaths to go after our guns, because they know it gets to us. It is a synthetic, completely fake, with actors, in my view, manufactured. I couldn't believe it at first. I knew they had actors there, clearly, but I thought they killed some real kids.
That's pretty black and white. He's just outright denying it ever happened.
And as of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook. Did you know that?
I told you the truth. This is your Perry Mason moment. I gave them my phone. And then,
Mr. Jones, you need to answer the question.
No,
Did you know this happened?
Do you feel responsible for what happened to the Sandy Hook families?
Yes, I killed the children.
But beyond that,
No, I mean, I went in that school.
But beyond that,
I pulled a gun out and I shot every one of them myself. I mean, I'm...
But beyond that, I love how, dude, I would not be capable of doing what Andrew Callaghan does there. Like sitting calmly and being like, well, but beyond that.
I'm guilty. It's true.
No. But
No, let's just... Do I feel responsible that someone that played shoot-em-up video games on a bunch of drugs, went and killed a bunch of kids, and then the internet questioned it and I covered that?
They staged Sandy Hook. The evidence is just overwhelming. We've looked at all sides. We played devil's advocate from both sides.
No, I don't feel responsible, and I don't apologize anymore. I'm done. I don't apologize I killed the kids.
was there a definitive
I killed them. I killed them.
You didn't kill.
Jesus fucking Christ, this is wild. This isn't good for his court case. Isn't the court case over? I thought the court case was over. So it actually doesn't matter what he's doing there and what he has to say here, unless another lawsuit piles on. I thought there was another one. Oh, was there? I guess I'm wrong then. Alex Jones, reject all. Alex Jones testifies over damages September 22nd. Well, damages means... Oh, he testifies over the damages. Okay, yeah, so it's not over yet. Jesus Christ.
No, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, everybody said, no, I killed him. I killed him.
Fuck.
I already admit it. I did it. I killed him. I'm the bad guy. I'm the devil. Get rid of the First Amendment. Can we move on to other topics?
I don't think.
I killed him. First Amendment killed him. Get rid of the Second Amendment. Get rid of the First Amendment. They're bad. They killed the kids too. George Washington killed him. Jesus killed him. We should rename the whole planet Sandy Hook. Everything. There should be holidays. We should bow 5 times a day to New Haven, Connecticut for the kids that died. Every American's to blame. Every gun is to blame. I'm to blame. We're all guilty. To Bloomberg and Soros. Turn our guns in. Turn our guns in. I know. I did it. I killed them. I killed them. I killed them. I know. I killed them.
This is such a shitty way of deflecting the whole conversation too. Like he's turning the whole interview into a fucking shit show, so he doesn't have to actually address the very legitimate questions that Andrew Callaghan is asking.
So I'm done talking about it. Okay. I killed them. Okay, go ahead.
Can we talk about the trial at all?
There's nothing to talk about. Yeah. Let me tell you, I don't know if I can do this interview right now.
Yeah.
You liking it?
I don't think you should keep doing that.
What? Dude, I murdered those children. I did. I killed them myself.
Still not a funny thing to say. Yeah, I get the point, but it's just like, fuck, man.
Fuck it. I don't give a fuck, dude. Right. I'm far beyond giving a fuck right now.
I understand.
You want to fucking take me on.
No, but I'm just saying. They really, that wasn't their intention.
A jury in the Alex Jones trial ordering the conspiracy theorists to pay $45.2 million to parents who lost their 6-year-old son in the Sandy Hook massacre for calling it a hoax.
Damn. Yeah, his own people are like, yo, chill.
In 10,000 years of history, I did it. The Night Stalker, the Zodiac Killer, I did it. Vietnam War, Hitler. I was actually Hitler. It wasn't Hitler. It was me. I did it. I was in a time machine in Germany. I did all that, okay? I did everything. And that's what I accept. So, you're here with the bad guy.
Dude. Oh shit. Alex Jones is dying for our sins. He's taking on every single sin since Jesus. He is gonna redempt all of us. Holy shit. It's the rapture.
Here with the villain. Lex Luthor.
Alex Jones is the second coming of Christ, okay? This is what I'm learning from this interview.
Right now. You're talking to him right now. You're talking to Lex Luthor. How's it feel?
You don't feel like Lex Luthor to me.
I invented cancer.
How?
I just did it. Doesn't matter. I
He's
created
such a
death.
fucking troll.
People didn't die before I was born. I created heartburn. I created hemorrhoids. I created hangovers. I created gingivitis.
That's a bad one.
I created hair loss.
That's a bad one.
I created.
I love Andrew Callie, like, you know, cancer, what was the other one? Like AIDS, all that shit. I sleep. Gingivitis. Oh no, that's a bad one.
Acne.
I wish you didn't do that one.
I created bad breath.
So yeah, now that we've accepted that.
I invented Prozac that Adam Lanza was on. I had his mom buy him the AR-15, give it to him. I was there, yeah. Did you know that all money in the universe was created by Sandy Hook? There was a time machine. Before the Rothschilds created fractional reserve banking, before tally sticks, before gold coins, the Roman era, it was the Sandy Hook event that created all money, future and forward. Yeah. Everything is that. Everything.
Well, I mean, how do you feel about like how you're...
Wait, does Alex Jones think money is inherently evil? Is money like some fundamental evil of society, that the root of all bad? I don't get where he's getting at there, where he's like talking about, obviously he's talking about the Rothschilds, and the Rothschilds bad because conspiracies, right? So yeah, I don't, what the fuck?
Attorney did overall.
They said I was guilty beforehand because they couldn't have a real trial because they had 24 minutes out of 10 years of me talking about it. Most of it me saying it happened. It's sick. It's disgusting. I was being sarcastic earlier.
That's not true. He outright denied it happened, and that's what this shit is about. It kind of is, the idea of money is totally against the good life. I mean, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying earlier about empathy being a tool. Money is a tool. You can use it well or you can use it badly, but the only point of money is to be able to trade things efficiently. It's nothing more than that. Everything else is just built on that basic idea of being able to trade things of value efficiently in like more and more complex and interconnected societies. Yeah, he completely denied it happened. Yeah, I know. Like, and now he's gaslighting us. Our Alex Jesus is gaslighting us right now by telling us he didn't deny it happened. So he's denying his denial of the event.
I didn't kill the children. I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer. I didn't invent hemorrhoids. I
really
question things.
No shit.
And they're trying to demonize me to say questioning things is a bad deal.
And elementary school massacre, 26 dead, 27 dead now, 18 kids in Connecticut. When you got small children, this really gets to you. That's why the globalists use children's deaths to go after our guns, because they know it gets to us. So don't ever think the globalists that have hijacked this country wouldn't stage.
Bible says love of money is the root of all evil, not just money itself. Yeah, that's what I thought, exactly.
Guns, because they know it gets to us. So don't ever think the globalists that have hijacked this country wouldn't stage something like this. They kill little kids all day, every day. And it's not our government, it's the globalist. I really think they're going to try to come after the guns. It's going to start a civil war. I clearly believe from the evidence children were really killed in Sandy Hook, and it's a real tragedy. Unfortunately, evidence is beginning to come out. People who've been coached, people who've been given cue cards, people who are behaving like actors. I dropped Billy off and watched him go around the corner, and he never came back, all because of the guns. Won't you just turn your guns in for my son? I mean, folks, we've got video of Anderson Cooper with clear blue screen out there. Nothing can account for what happens to his nose.
What?
Out there. Nothing can account for what happens to his nose.
The Anderson Cooper nosegate uncovered.
Early on, I said, well, they had to have killed somebody. I mean, this doesn't make sense. Then parents come out and start laughing and then turn to the camera and cry. No one died in 2012 in Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook is a synthetic, completely fake, with actors, in my view, manufactured. I couldn't believe it at first. I knew they had actors there, clearly, but I thought they killed some real kids. And
That's pretty black and white. He's just outright denying it ever happened. I watched Sneeko, so I now don't care about Ukraine.
It just shows how bold they are.
People come to me in hotels and in grocery stores, and I'll be walking my dog, and they just go, the car will go, "Roar! You son of a bitch, quit, leave those kids alone." And I'll be like,
leave those kids alone.
Never talk about it. The media, shut up, you. And some people have confronted me in front of my wife and children and said, "You son of a bitch, you killed those kids." No one knows who Adam Lanza is. When you ask somebody about Sandy Hook, it's Alex Jones. So I did not kill the children.
But
he's doing that thing people do. Like even some like content creators and pundits I respect tend to do that, where you get hyper fixated on like someone like giving you like a really extreme wrong take of like, you killed the kids. No, Alex Jones did something fucked up. He denied the kids ever died. He didn't kill them, obviously. And then you just get fixated on that, and you strawman anyone who's against you. You strawman them into that like one crazy take that you heard once. Like everyone who opposes you is now telling you that you killed the kids, which is fucking stupid. God, I hate that.
do you feel any sense of responsibility for the way the lives of the Sandy Hook families were affected?
An emotional day of testimony after 3 family members whose loved ones were murdered at Sandy Hook Elementary School took the stand describing the harassment they endured as a result of Alex Jones' false statements.
People were, accusing me of lying, telling me Ben never lived, telling me that I was going to burn in hell and that I would pay for what I had done.
Hensel testified that after her husband Jeremy committed suicide in 2019, people went to their daughter Avielle's gravesite looking for evidence the family was faking his death.
I couldn't wrap my head around just one.
Dude, that's so fucked up. That is so fucked up. God.
More family member being part of this narrative.
It's an industry, it's a business. They got $73 million from Remington. They've sued all these different groups and people. So no, I didn't kill their kids. I already said I was sorry for them.
Oh, come on. Fuck me. Okay, so what Alex Jones is referring to, I know exactly what he's talking about. Legally speaking, in the U.S., you can't actually sue gun makers for how guns are misused. There's like precedent. I think it even went to the Constitutional Court. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But there's like a lot of legal precedent. You cannot do that. However, Remington did get sued. You can still try to sue them. There are some protections against frivolous lawsuits, but you can still try to sue them for damages. And it's just not going to work. You're never going to win that lawsuit against the gun company. What Alex Jones is referring to, I'm like 99% sure, is that Remington, when they got sued over this shit, they were on the cusp of bankruptcy and they couldn't afford the legal fees. So they preferred to go for a settlement and they paid off the families instead of going through the whole lawsuit just to end up winning, but losing a bunch of money in the process that they didn't have the cash flow for it. Remington was close to bankruptcy. It got bought by another like big arms manufacturer who, from what I've read, turned their guns to shit. Like they have a terrible reputation now, but that's neither here nor there. Who cares? Don't buy like a brand new Remington. Buy an older one if you're gonna buy one. Yeah, it's like that is not an industry. That is people in families in pain who turn against the gun manufacturer to try to get something out of it. Fuck me. Andrew's just looking at him in disbelief. It's the Wild West over there, man. I'm in Georgia. Gun laws are lax as fuck. Yeah, I know. And like I talked about it before. I live in France, and I'm actually going to get a gun license here in first a shooting license. So the way it works, to get my shooting license, I had to sign up at a gun club. I had to sign up at a gun club. I had to join the gun club. I had to give them a medical certificate saying that I'm capable of doing sport shooting. And I had to give them my criminal record. All that should get sent to the police as well after the gun club reviews it to double check it. Then the police create a file for me and my license, and then I'm allowed to go to any gun club shooting range that is open to other people, or the shooting range of the gun club I'm signed up to, and rent a gun and shoot. And then I'll be able to own guns. I'll be already able to own what they call Class C guns, which is hunting weapons, basically. Any bolt-action rifles or shotguns. That I'll be able to own right away with my shooting license. And then if I want to own semi-automatic guns, I will need to pass several tests over the course of 6 months. Tests showing that I follow proper safety and handling procedures. Tests showing that I am. I don't know if there's like actual tests proving like where you're shooting aptitude, but yeah, basically I need to show that I practice regularly as well. The gun club may choose not to sponsor my demand for a gun license if I don't. If I just show up like once in the 6 months. I can't just show up once in 6 months because there's those tests. But you get my meaning. I need to be like a regular. You just buy them at gun shows over here, Lolo. Trays, no one cares, but it's the US, cash. Yeah, I know about the like trade and gun show stuff. It's crazy. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled content.
Sued me, and now they've just attached themselves to my name and who I am. They can get all the judgments they want against me. I have hardly any money. All those articles you see, it's like made up. Almost all of it's not even true.
You're not doing too good money-wise right now?
I never. Like they had a financial expert in my rig trial, and he said InfoWars is worth $130 million, and Alex Jones is worth $270 million.
Dude, okay, I can believe someone like Alex Jones mishandling his fortune. I absolutely do believe him when he's saying he doesn't actually have that money, but that is probably what his brand is worth. Honestly, he has. What was that fucking like protein shake he's been chilling for years? His like brain blast whatever the fuck thing. I don't need any licenses to buy a handgun, shotgun, or rifle in my state. Classic.
I don't have $2 million in cash. I don't have stocks and bonds. I don't have all that stuff. So it's like a joke. They can have $1 billion verdicts. It doesn't mean anything.
So they're expecting you to pay $45 million.
It's like $47 million or something like that total.
You think that in time you'll be able to do that?
Oh, no. It's what's ridiculous. Like, and they have 2 more trials coming up in Connecticut and in Texas. Everyone's like, yeah, we're going to get him. They've built me up into like I'm this giant creature.
What's going to happen, and what I already knew was going to happen, is he's going to declare bankruptcy. He's going to lose whatever assets he has. They're going to go to pay those people. He's going to file for bankruptcy, and then he's going to do his shit again, right? Like, it's all he can do at this point in his life. He can continue being this like weirdo right-wing shill pundit.
They're like all powerful, like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And none of it's real, so it's like it's funny actually. It's actually comical. I mean, it's actually hilarious.
Grifter piece of trash.
Sandy Hook family.
Well, I like calling him a grifter because, but like technically, grifter doesn't work. I think he genuinely believes what he says. Grifter is supposed to be someone who adopts a position just because it's profitable to him. I think he's genuine. You know what I mean? Who pays the victims if he declares bankruptcy? No one. No one does. If you have, I've been involved. I'm talking obviously about French law when I say this, but I've been involved in a lawsuit here in France, and it was there was some question whether the liability was with the company or with the people leading the company, and it turned out that the people leading the company were able to evade liability in the final judgment in the court case. So the company declared bankruptcy, and we got fuck all from the company, basically. So yeah, if you sue someone who can't pay you and then they declare bankruptcy, you get all the assets that they do have. Like we will get everything that the company had as assets, but who else should pay? And we're going to try to push the liability onto the company owners because they mismanaged the company. So there is a possibility of making them liable, but it's not like it's not something that, yeah. If an entity is liable and they go bankrupt, you get all their assets that they had, but you're not going to get everything because otherwise they wouldn't go bankrupt. I think he believes some of it, not all of it though. He knew Sandy Hook was real by a year after, in my opinion. Yeah. He walked it back. And you're right. He walked it back after like a year or something. In my memory, I don't actually exactly remember. Then he's an insane piece of trash. He is pretty crazy.
They already got $73 million from Remington. They're sitting there thinking they're about to get this big payday, and it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Are you going to be able to keep the studio open?
Nah, he kept reporting that this fake for like a year and a half. Oh wait, yeah, wait, Poggers, you're talking about the you're talking about that shit that came up in the trial, right? Where he knew the Sandy Hook stuff was real, and he like texted about it, but he was still saying it was fake, and that was like really, really condemning against him. That was like the main thing he got convicted on, right?
So you did get my text messages, and it said you didn't. Nice trick.
Yes, Mr. Jones. Oh. Indeed. You didn't give this text message to me. You don't know where this came from. Do you know where I got this?
No.
Mr. Jones, did you know that 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up and sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years, and when informed, did not take any steps to identify it as privileged or protect it in any way. And as of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook. Did you know that?
I told you the truth. This is your Perry Mason moment. I gave them my phone, and then...
Mr. Jones, you need to answer the question.
No,
Did you know this happened?
No, I didn't know this happened. But I mean, I told you I gave them the phone over.
Just
and
answer the question.
You said in your deposition, you searched your phone. You said you pulled down the text, did the search function for Sandy Hook. That's what you said, Mr. Jones, correct?
And I had several different phones with this number, but I did, yeah. Well, of course. I mean, that's why you got it.
No, Mr. Jones, that's not why I have it.
My lawyer sent it to you, but I'm hiding it. Okay.
Mr. Jones?
Mr. Jones,
please just answer questions. There's no question. Mr. Bankston also only asks questions.
Sure. Mr. Jones, in discovery, you were asked, do you have Sandy Hook text messages on your phone? And you said no, correct? You said that under oath, Mr. Jones, didn't you?
I mean, if I was mistaken, I was mistaken, but you got the messages right there.
You know what perjury is, right? I just want to make sure you know before we go any further. You know what it is.
Yes, I do. I mean, I'm not a tech guy. I told you I gave in my testimony the phone to the lawyers before or whatever, and so you got my phone, but we didn't give it to you.
No, Mr. Jones. One more time. And please remember, if you need to assert the Fifth Amendment, you can. I need to know that you can do that. But you testified.
Yeah. No, you're right. Okay, so that is grifting. That actually, you're absolutely right, Poggers. That is 100% grifting. If someone's pretending to hold a position publicly that they don't hold privately just because it fits their brand, that is 100% grifting. You're right. To be frank, his brain pills alone make him a grifter, but that's not why people call him that, I guess. Yeah, I guess because they contain soy, right? Alex Jones, brain pill, soy. I'm like 99. I vaguely recall there being soy. A fucking photo of him. I vaguely recall there being soy in it, right? Super male vitality, big dong, big dicks. Anyways, whatever. Part grift, part delusion. Yeah. He gets the majority of his money through his supplements, which do jack shit. Yeah, I know, and I refuse to believe for a microsecond that he genuinely believes in them. Yeah, I agree. supplements and just straight donations. He says that in this interview. Oh, spoilers.
Oh, I mean, I could do a show anywhere. I mean, they're not going to show anything now. They could run off some of our employees. Yeah. They could shut down some of our people, which is their big job, to shut down America, get rid of American workers. I mean,
their job is to shut down American workers.
But I mean, as long as I don't want to quit or they don't put me in prison, they can't stop anything.
Was there a definitive year where big tech really teamed up to deplatform InfoWars?
Yeah, it was 2018, early 2018.
Bay Area tech giants are taking action against a prominent conspiracy theorist.
Twitter gives Alex Jones the boot. Just into CNN, Facebook is purging right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones.
Apple, Facebook, Spotify, and YouTube all completely banned InfoWars within 12 hours of each other.
Okay, sorry, small segue. Paul Joseph Watson, airplane toilet. Dude, this dipshit is like whining about like gender neutral toilets, and he fucking cites airplane toilets. Pretty bigoted how they're still maintaining male and female toilets on the plane. I want to see that the shit show of gender neutral bathrooms unfold at 30,000 feet. Dude, the fuck? I don't think he's ever been on a plane. Yeah, which is fine, but yeah.
Facebook said, "We have taken it down for glorifying violence and using dehumanizing language to describe people who are transgender, Muslim, and immigrants, which violates our hate speech policies."
They had the heads of big tech, so they got together and colluded to shut me down. I knew they had to censor freedom because freedom was so popular. I mean, I knew that was coming, yeah.
How did that affect your
They knew it was
size?
coming. Oh, God. There's no gendered bathrooms on planes. Yeah, exactly. Have you heard that recording of his? I don't know what you're referring to, no?
It didn't let us have, on average, that giant viral spread every day reaching 20, 30 million people. It said it was 3, 4 million people that were hardcore, but then they understood there was censorship, so they were grassroots putting it down. So it actually made it more underground and more avant-garde, more black sheep, more rebel, and more outlaw. And so
oh my God, the conservative victim complex with the censorship. I'm not denying there isn't censorship. Obviously, this guy, like, Alex Jones did get deplatformed, but holy shit, he actually does think he's Jesus. He genuinely thinks he's Jesus here.
Successful in a way.
What would you do if you had a time machine?
You know, I think even though I got caught in their Sandy Hook trap, and I was.
Wait, he already said what he would do with the time machine. He said he had a time machine and he went back and was Hitler and did the Holocaust early on.
Covered other people's theories and barely did it. Wasn't much of what I did on the on the timeline. I think I'd do it all again. I think this is going to bring us to something bigger. I mean, technically, if I had it all over to do again, I wouldn't have been caught in that trap. But that's not how the universe works. I did these things, and I'm going with the flow of where I'm at. I did it from a good heart, and I think it'll be turned towards good at the end of the day. So I'm not worried about it. And I believe humanity's going to wake up. I believe we're going to win.
Classic. Oh shit, those are the graves.
All right, so we're in Newtown, Connecticut, where the Sandy Hook elementary school shooting took place around 10 years ago. It's a special week for this town because for the first time ever, Alex Jones is being made to stand trial in Connecticut.
In a Connecticut courtroom just 20 miles from Sandy Hook, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones taking the stand, forced to face his own lies.
So right now we're on our way to go meet up with a trial attorney named Mark Bankston, who represented the Sandy Hook families.
Man, I have so much fucking respect for Andrew Callaghan. Like, I've said this time and time again, and I'll say it again. The way he, like, approaches those issues and films them and presents the different sides and stuff, it's really, really good. Very not safe for work language, super stream and friendly, but it has censored subtitles in the video though. Paul Joseph Watson's racist rant. Unlisted. Oof. I am scared. Don't watch it. It's that bad? Okay. That's like double muted, just to be safe. Yeah, it's double muted. The following audio contains inflammatory and offensive language. The remarks are presented in full and have not been censored. Discretion is advised. N-word F-slur activists who get in my way in London and stick signs up in my face trying to get me to join the gay F-slur Palestinian cause. I don't give a shit about Israel or Palestine. I care about white people. And not sand N-word. There aren't enough euphemisms for all those slurs. Jesus Christ. Like P-slur, Jew, F-slur, C-slur, the whole fucking alphabet is represented. Literally more alphabet than in LGBTQ. I really think that you should press the button to wipe Jews off the face of the earth. Jesus Christ. Well, that was so that was Paul Joseph Watson for you. Yay! Jesus Christ, what a weirdo.
In the previous defamation case.
Only
in
muted?
Texas.
Okay.
Nobody thinks you killed the kid. Nobody thinks that, Alex. What you did, what you killed, is their ability to get over the death of their children. Look, I'm a parent, and I know my job. My job is to protect my kid. They couldn't be with their kids on December 12th, 2012, right? Like, they couldn't do that. And so when that happened, their job changed. Their job became to protect their kid's legacy. And so every day that this kept going on and they couldn't stop it, these parents are feeling like they're failing their kids over and over and over again. And I put that on Alex Jones more than anybody else in the country.
So, for those who don't know, can you describe the extent of the harassment that was experienced by the Sandy Hook families?
There's no way I could do it just sitting here with you. It's unreal. Initially, it just started with rough contacts. You get people who were emailing them, people would find out their phone number, call them on the phone. But then you had people starting to show up in Newtown and destroy the memorials they had for their kids. They had people showing up at their homes, knocking on their door. They had people going around and talking to their neighbors. And then it just kept escalating as more and more.
I wonder. Right, because recently there was a lot of drama around Kiwi Farms and doxing. How did they dox those? How did they dox the victims of Sandy Hook? Did Alex Jones play a part in the doxing? Did his communities play a part in the doxing? Was there specific groups, etc.?
People got caught into the wildness of it. There's Lucy Richards, right, who was a woman who I have to have some level of sympathy with on some way because she's mentally ill. But she got obsessed with all these narratives and about Lenny Posner. She was in Central Florida. And when it got disclosed that that's where Lenny had moved to, and InfoWars put up his Boca Raton mailbox where he picks up his mail.
Well, I've got an article.
No. Dude. No, you put up his mailbox? Jesus fucking Christ.
We'll hear from a guy, I think was our last caller. He's been getting all kinds of grief from Mr. Posner. Social media shut down due to Sandy Hook false copyrights. What's interesting is they list the address for the Honor Network in Boca Raton, Florida, 908 North Dixie Highway. There is no suite, but it's got two different buildings listed that address.
Well, we'll just start investigating that. And I guess I'm going to have to probably go on up to Newtown. I'm going to have to probably go investigate Florida as well.
Oh my fucking God. That is so fucking irresponsible, if not directly malicious. That is sick. Doxing someone like that in front of the millions of people that Alex Jones reaches, as perverse. Jesus Christ.
She decided, okay, that's my call to action. So she started stalking Lenny and Veronique through Central Florida. She would call and leave these messages, and I don't know if you've ever heard them, man, and maybe we'll get a hold of them for you or something just so people can understand what this is. But
Newtown has a population of 27,000, finding the parents extremely hard. Sure, but they moved, and this motherfucker is just giving out the whole fucking address. you know?
B.
Did you hide your imaginary son in the attic? Are you still fucking him? You fucking Jew bastard. Look behind you. Death is coming to you real soon.
Just this awful, hateful stuff. These slurs and at him and that don't even make any sense. Yeah. I mean, she called him in the N-word and accused him that no.
Okay, I'm sorry. That one's a little bit funny. I'm sorry.
Was still alive, and that he's got Noah in the attic and sexually assaults him every night. And even after she was arrested by
it's super fucked up, though.
federal law enforcement, and then she was sentenced to federal prison for a short period. Part of her conditional release is she cannot access InfoWars. She's just simply not allowed to do that as a condition of her parole. I'm an X-Files kid.
Based.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm a late 90s conspiracy guy. Man, conspiracy culture used to be fun. It used to not be so malicious and cruel. Area 51, fish-human hybrids, Roswell. I mean, it was kind of fluffy in its own way. Yeah. Like, it didn't really matter at the end of the day what's at Area 51. It was a mystery box we could all have fun with. And there was a time when Alex Jones was hilarious. We just all kind of like watched him when in his early days. But the moment he started commanding, I'll tell you, it goes hand in hand with the damn stuff.
I gotta admit, I was part of the people. I was part of the people who thought Alex Jones was hilarious, and I enjoyed him and his antics and all that stuff. And then at some point, you kind of just realize he's actually a force for evil.
Supplements.
Sick of the globalist eugenicist control freaks adding poison to your water and laughing as you get sick and die? Start purifying your water with ProPure at Infowars.com. We sell books, videos, t-shirts, high-quality water filters, shortwave radios, cook stoves, survival food of the highest quality. Brain Force sold out in 4 days. Liver Shield sold out in a week. Prostagard sold out in a month. We have the highest quality nutraceuticals out there, bar none.
Yeah. The government is going to starve you. Buy the prepackaged food. Yeah. Right? The government has released radiation into the environment by the iodine. You know, we were seeing that basically right after the month of Sandy Hook, his traffic went up darn near 50% from all the coverage he was doing that month of the hoax. So that caused them to double down because they've testified on the record. If we see traffic spikes, we try to emulate that. When Alex Jones said the school wasn't an operating school, when he said paramedics never even entered the building, when he said there are pictures of the children who they say died who are still alive, he didn't believe that shit. I don't believe Alex Jones thinks there's anything fishy about Sandy Hook, but he's going to keep saying it even right now. You know, he's still going to be weird about it.
Why?
It's not a matter of whether you believe it or not. It's a matter of whether you have carved a groove in your personality that the wheel just goes in that rut now. I think it would force a moment of ego he's not ready to confront.
The InfoWars store is like the main revenue source, yeah?
That's interesting. So this guy's theory isn't that Alex Jones is grifting for money. It's that he's so committed on like an emotional, an ego level to those ideas that he can't admit that he's wrong. That's not a version of events that I heard before.
I mean, if I need it to be, if I need to, I can go to supporters and just get straight donations.
Yeah.
So
how do you go about doing that?
Just ask them for the money. The jury came in this evening with $4.2 million. I admitted that I followed disinformation, but not on purpose. I apologize to the families. What I did to those families was wrong, but I didn't do it on purpose. We are so broke. But if you don't fund us, if you don't buy products at InfoWarsStore.com, we will shut down. So get a t-shirt, get a book, get Body's Ultimate Turmeric Formula, get Vitamin Mineral Fusion, get them all at InfoWarsStore.com and keep us on the air.
What do you think he
subsidize my fuck up in court and give me $40 million fast, please, or I'll have to go bankrupt. That's what I'm hearing.
He deserves at the end of this road.
To no longer be in public life, right? Like, I don't... People have been like, oh, you're out to destroy Alex Jones. I don't want to destroy him. I don't care. If he wants to work at Safeway or manage a Sprint store, I don't care. I feel the right amount of justice is you should not be able to commercially market yourself as a public figure anymore. Like, you should exit the American stage. That's what I think is the correct result. Or at least, that's what I think is the most utilitarian good result. But the money's not even really the question for me. The question is, will this suit be successful at stopping him from being on the national stage? And my worry is, like we said in the courthouses, it won't be, because the cameras will still follow him. Like, he can lose all of his money. He gets out there again on the bullhorn, and he starts building it right back up.
Ironically, he's getting this interview because of what's happening. no blame on Andrew Callaghan. Like his coverage is fine.
I told you I was going to shut it down before they sued me and shit. I'm not happening now.
You were going to shut down InfoWars?
I was going to hand it off to the people. Not now.
Where are they eating?
It's not labor love,
Anyone
now, it's
recognize
labor
this?
war.
The lighting. What the fuck is on this like wrapping? I can't read it. We need some top secret investigators. Anyway, sorry.
We're going to shut down InfoWars?
I was going to hand it off to the people. Not now. It's not a labor of love now, it's a labor of war. We ain't shutting shit down.
So the question is, can this cause of action against Jones on behalf of these parents come to represent something bigger? Is it a bigger referendum on the false things he's saying? I hope so, man. I hope so.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I see me picking my teeth, my enemy's bones.
Jesus Christ. All right. That was Alex Jones' interview.